started with the lights. A meteor storm, they called it. A once-in-a-lifetime celestial event. The news anchors chirped, their faces beaming on every screen. We all went outside, craning our necks to see the sky bleed with eerie greens and purples. It was beautiful, haunting. We should have known it was a warning. The night after the storm, the ground in Millers Creek Cemetery began to shift. Soil trembled, headstones tilted, and then a hand, skeletal and caked with dirt, broke through the earth. Then another and another. They rose from their graves, not as spirits, but as things, rotting, stumbling, silent things. The unusual radiation from the meteor storm had reanimated them, jump-started their dead nerves with a singular, horrifying purpose. They were hungry, not for animals, not for anything else. They were hungry for us, for human flesh. The first victim was old Mr. Henderson, taking his dog for a late-night walk near the cemetery. They found his dog whimpering the next morning. But of Henderson, there was only a blood-soaked leash and a trail of gore leading back towards the tombstones. Panic didn't hit all at once. It seeped into our town like a fog. The sheriff went to investigate, taking a couple of deputies. None of them came back. That's when we learned the rules. A bullet to the chest. They just keep coming. A shot to the leg. They just crawl. The only way to stop them, the only way, was to sever the head or destroy the brain. We learned this the hard way, watching our neighbors, our friends, get torn apart by things that used to be our grandparents, our long-lost relatives. We were fighting our own history. The small town of Millers Creek, all 2,000 souls, became a buffet. They swarmed the main street, breaking through the windows of the diner, crashing through the doors of the library. The screams lasted for about a day, and then there was silence. A silence more terrifying than the noise. Once they had devoured every last person, the horde, now swollen with the newly turned residents of Millers Creek, simply moved on. They shambled down the highway, a grotesque, ever-growing parade of death, heading for the next town and the one after that. And Millers Creek wasn't an isolated incident. The calls that managed to get through before the lines went dead, the flickering snippets of internet we could grab, they told the same story. London, Tokyo, Cairo, that beautiful, haunting light show in the sky had been a global death sentence. The dead of the world were rising, united in their mindless hunger, and the living were scattered, terrified, and quickly becoming the minority. The world was falling. Our world. This isn't a problem for one police force or one army anymore. This is the end, unless we do something unprecedented. From the scattered military bunkers and fortified government holdouts, a new message is starting to spread. The nations of the world, old enemies, bitter rivals, must unite. One army, one world, to fight one enemy, the dead. This isn't about politics or borders anymore. It's about survival. It's about taking back our planet from the ever-growing horde of the undead, one headshot, one decapitation at a time. The war for humanity has just begun.